There is an unwritten rule on YouTube that everybody here agreed that everyone has to follow, and that is to not abuse the copyright system. This rule has been a precedent for as long as I can remember being on YouTube. I remember when YouTube channels like Suzy Lou and Quantum TV tried to use the copyright system to silence their critics, and it immediately backfired on them, and they ended up getting, hate. They ended up, getting, all the shit for it because they attempted to delete a channel because their feelings are hurt. But sometimes it is not these YouTubers who attempt to abuse the copyright system because their feelings are hurt. Sometimes it is companies under their behalf who, I guess, had intentions of protecting their content, abused the copyright system, and I guess didn't know that the copyright system was being abused. Similar to what iShowSpeed did back in like last year or 2022. Don't remember the year, but I remember he was a bit of a copyright scandal. I think it was after he lit the fireworks. Not quite sure. So, I'm going to answer this hard-hitting question. What is copyright abuse? Today, we're going to go over 3 YouTubers who dared to abuse the copyright system, and then we ask ourselves, did these YouTubers abuse it, or did they not abuse it? The first YouTuber we're going to take a look at is a YouTuber called Tech Lead. He is a tech YouTuber that talks about tech stuff. Probably, takes his audience. He works at a tech stuff, he does a bunch of tech stuff. And then last year, he got into a bit of controversy last year when CoffeeZilla made a video talking about how Tech Lead is running a scam company or like a crypto scam or whatever. CoffeeZilla, as you guys know, he uploads, I guess, exposing scammers and whatnot. And Tech Lead was one of the people that CoffeeZilla made a video on. And Tech Lead didn't like that, and then it is this whole drama. It's a story for another day, but basically what happened is Tech Lead ran a scam company, he got called out, and now he sucks. The YouTuber Internet Anarchist made a video recapping the whole CoffeeZilla Tech Lead situation all in one video, and he got a copyright strike takedown for it. Internet Anarchist would go to Twitter to be like, YouTuber and scammer Tech Lead made a false copyright claim on my video critiquing him. My channel now has a strike and is at risk of termination. The copyright strike was completely unjustified, and in his report, he labeled the entire video as his content. And to make the situation even worse for Internet Anarchist, Tech Lead just DMCA'd the tweet as well, so not only he's trying to go after Internet Anarchist's channel, he's also trying to go after his Twitter account too, so Tech Leads now knows what he's doing at this point. He's trying to censor Internet Anarchist by using the flagging system to, take down any videos critical of him, any tweets critical of him, and this caught the eye of everybody. After receiving a ton of backlash from big creators, including Moist Critical, Tech Lead has released a response video to Internet Anarchist, and his justification to basically filing a copyright strike, trying to censor Internet Anarchist, or trying to file a copyright strike, his reasoning was because he wants to know what his haters look like. He wants to know who's behind the screen.
One of the main reasons I will actually copyright strike a video, though, is I want to know who's behind the video, right? I want to know who these people are. What if it's somebody I even know in real life? Oftentimes, these haters are people who know you very well, actually. I mean, this could be a real physical threat to me. Really, these scam tubers.
Oh, and I also forgot to mention that he referred to Internet Anarchist and a bunch of other commentary channels as scam tubers, which is kind of ironic considering that he himself was involved in a massive crypto scam not too long ago, which is exactly why he's at this point where he's copyright striking videos, because he doesn't want people to know that he's a big fat scamming lying piece of shit. In the clip I just showed you of Tech Lead's reasoning into striking these channels, Tech Lead basically just admitted to misusing the copyright system, which under YouTube's community guidelines is a termination offense. Tech Lead could get terminated for this. He could also even be sued by YouTube because not too long ago, some guy was misusing the copyright system for like goops and gaffes, I guess. And he was sued by YouTube a fuck ton of money, and he had his life completely ruined because he was misusing the copyright system. So if YouTube gets a hold of that, his channel would immediately be terminated, and YouTube could potentially sue him and potentially ruin his fucking life, and nobody's gonna feel bad for this guy. Technically, basically abusing the copyright system is one thing, but now we move on to our second copyright abuser, which is The Manny Show. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know who The Manny Show really was before this whole, copyright abuse situation went down, but The Manny Show is currently the most hated TikToker, not because of the copyright abuse, it's because this guy is a cringe bag of a TikToker. And as the king of cringe content, I'll be the judge of that.
I think you're fat.
Yeah,
it's just my opinion. I'm not bullying you. I'm just giving you
yeah.
I think you're ugly. I think you're fat. I think you're stupid.
Yeah, dude, at this point, just put the fries in the bag, bro. This is not what you want to be doing for the rest of your life to make a bit of, a bunch of side hustle. This is not something you want to do for the rest of your life. Come on now, just get a real job. With cringy TikToks like this, you're bound to have a bunch of commentary channels just shit on your content relentlessly every single day. And that's what happened with The Manny Show. So, the YouTuber Nguyen made a video, Why Does Everyone Hate The Manny Show? Where he just goes over Manny's TikToks and shits on them, has a little laughs, goofs on them, and basically shits on Manny for like 10 minutes or whatnot. It's basically what your average commentary channel does when they cover like cringy TikToks. It's not that hard. I've done it before. It's really fun, to be honest. When Nguyen dropped his video on The Manny Show decided to take action against Nguyen and decided to file a copyright strike which took down Nguyen's video. In Nguyen's email that he shows on screen right now, you can see the timestamps of where Nguyen basically stole The Manny Show's content, which was like 13 seconds of a video that The Manny Show made. And The Manny Show also attempted to copyright abuse another YouTuber by the name of Coco is Crazy, or Coco Crazy, but that copyright strike ended up not going through because sometimes YouTube would do this thing where they would notify the person that a YouTuber is trying to strike by saying, hey, this YouTuber is trying to put a strike on your channel. We're not going to strike your channel, and then they basically notify you that someone's trying to strike your channel. YouTube sometimes does that. It doesn't happen all the time, but that's what YouTube does. As this controversy grew bigger and bigger, Manny Show had to release a response/apology video where Manny Show basically addresses, he basically sets the record straight. Basically what happened is that the Manny Show went to VidCon, VidCon, all that shit. And he decided to hire an agent while he was at VidCon, and that agent went ballistic on the entire thing, deciding to strike every single YouTuber out there that I guess makes a video on the Manny Show, which Manny claims that he has since then fired his agent. Manny tried to get into contact with YouTube in order to reinstate Nguyen and a bunch of other YouTubers that were falsely struck by this agent who was currently fired. I know we all hate The Manny Show here, and we all think The Manny Show is a bit of a cringe bag, but we gotta give credit where credit is due. Shout out to The Manny Show for at least taking responsibility for his actions and for at least, acknowledging that he was in the wrong and acknowledging everything. Because in the video, he would go on to compliment the thumbnails, he would go on to compliment basically the people who are literally shitting on him. So you gotta give him props for that. At least he never pulled a ukulele. At least he did not, double down or triple down, because this situation would have been a lot worse as if Manny's Show were to, triple down or quadruple down on the whole thing. Manny Show's a cringe bag, but at least he tried to fix and resort the copyright situation. And then we're gonna move on to another YouTuber. You guys already know this person. We've probably talked about her on this channel a lot. It's Sniper Wolf. The difference between this copyright abuse and the other two copyright abuse is that this one is a little bit more difficult to cover because, well, first of all, it's a bigger YouTuber. It's someone who's been on YouTube for quite a while. And also, this copyright story makes no sense when I really give this to you. So the YouTuber One Giant Onion made a video talking about how his channel might be banned, and he goes over, what's been happening lately. He tells his audience that Sniper Wolf, or allegedly Sniper Wolf, has been sending a copyright strike takedown on his video, and that lended him a strike, which means he is like one step closer to termination. One Giant Onion would show the screenshot of his strike on YouTube, which was a stream he did a while back, which was watching Sniper Wolf until I laugh, which was like a 3-hour stream implying that Sniper Wolf is not funny. In the midst of all this controversy, Moist Critical has made a video on the whole One Giant Onion and Sniper Wolf copyright strike situation, which is basically co-signing what One Giant Onion said. But so far, we really don't have any proof or like substantial proof that it was really Sniper Wolf who did it, because first of all, One Giant Onion covered the name, which is probably out of respect or out of privacy, which is good for them. But so far, we really have nothing until after Moist Critical's videos dropped. SS Sniper Wolf actually went on Twitter to respond to Critical's video by saying, "I want to clarify that I did not strike anyone's video. I did not have any pending takedown notices. I believe someone else must have done it on my behalf," tagging Moist Critical. If that's true, you should contact the striked channel and get the info of the person who did strike it so you can take legal action against them. There's a huge problem with this dog shit on the platform right now, so it'd be great to put a stop to it. That channel made no attempt to contact me, and neither did you. I have no pending takedown notices on my channel, so how can I confirm it's not fake drama? It's irresponsible to make a video with false information without reaching out for facts. Then Sniper Wolf would go on to show receipts showing a screenshot of like the copyright section of her YouTube studio, which is basically a section where YouTube tells you, hey, these channels are using your content for your likeness, the whole video, basically stealing your videos. Would you like to set action on it? And it shows here that One Giant Onion's video is not in the screenshot that Sniper Wolf provided. And these were pending strikes from like a year ago to like now. So what it seems to me that One Giant Onion basically jumped the gun and accuses Sniper Wolf of copyright abuse, and then Moist Critical runs with the story of what One Giant Onion has posted on his channel, basically running with the fact that Sniper Wolf is a copyright abuser. Then Sniper Wolf basically objects that claim by showing receipts, showing a screenshot that, hey, it sees here that on my copyright claim videos that I don't have One Giant Onion's video is not available or is not there, and basically everybody got the story wrong about Sniper Wolf. You can hate Sniper Wolf all you want, but this story basically just completely, everybody in this story completely like just smeared Sniper Wolf. Everyone claimed that Sniper Wolf did this when she actually didn't, and it doesn't help that Sniper Wolf already has a shit reputation, which is her fault to begin with. But yeah, it seems like everybody here just lied about Sniper Wolf in the situation. Maybe it's not intentionally, but it still happens. After this, Moist Critical then uploads another video saying Sniper Wolf did not strike a channel, which is basically him correcting his mistakes, correcting his miscues. And then One Giant Onion shows, the email of who actually struck a channel and to Moist Critical, and it was a random Gmail account that was striking One Giant Onion's video. So it wasn't really Sniper Wolf. It wasn't somebody on behalf of Sniper Wolf. I think it was just some random person that, I don't know, did it for shits and giggles, which is not a good thing. It's not a good precedent. In fact, you can get sued for that shit. I think a couple years ago, someone got sued by YouTube for submitting false strikes. Oh, and I kind of want to get this out of the way. One Giant Onion is a fucking loser.